Hi everyone, this is Diana Palm, and I wanted to share a little message with you today about overcoming grief and moving forward after having your heart broken. This weekend, I got to be a speaker on World Kindness Day, and one of the organizers of the event reached out to me and asked, why did I choose to focus all my healing around the energy of grief? I thought it was a great question because there are many reasons that I personally chose to focus my spiritual healing gifts towards grief. One of the things that some of you don't know about me is that I am a medium, which means I've been interacting with the spirit world my entire life. And it took me a good 30 years to really get a handle on it. I did this through working with the paranormal, doing research, investigation. I learned this through providing proof of the afterlife in many, many presentations that I did. And of course, I've written 4 books, 3 based on the afterlife. Part of what I have learned from the spirit world is that we really, really do continue to exist. We exist with our loved ones that we've parted from. We only part in the physical realm, not the spiritual realm, and not with energy, which simply means that if you've lost a loved one, your loved one continues to be by your side throughout the duration of your life. They don't leave you. They don't go somewhere else. You don't have to do anything specific to call them into your life. They literally continue to live with you and among you. One of the things I think is so special and so meaningful about this is that there is no jealousy in heaven. In fact, your loved ones on the other side, they want you to be in love. They want you to be filled with joy. They want you to live a vibrant, exuberant life with crazy, wild adventures where you don't live in fear or regret or pain and suffering. And they are here to help you do this. They're here to help inspire you. They'll bring you the synchronicities. They'll bring you butterflies. They'll bring you dragonflies. They'll bring you birds that sing beautiful songs. They will interact with you through every source in nature to allow you to know that they're around you. And you'll know this because magical things will happen. You'll be sitting somewhere and suddenly be called to a specific tree like I did the other day. I was outside drinking my coffee and one particular tree began dropping all of its leaves. It was like a symphony of dried, crispy leaves falling from the tree, and it just kept coming down. Branches were falling, leaves were falling. And when I looked at all the other trees in the surrounding area, they were still, they were stoic. It was just this one particular tree, as if this tree was being influenced by spirit. This tree had a message for me. And I tuned into it and I enjoyed it and I valued it because I know that this is how our loved ones in spirit talk to us. True, you may see spirits like I do. You may see apparitions, you may have dream visits, you may hear their voice, but most of you will actually have to interpret the signs and symbols that are all around you, because this is the easiest way for your loved ones to make their way to you, to let you know that they're still with you, that they love you, and that they're guiding you forward. I've gone through many of my own losses, and I can tell you that healing my heart and using my spiritual gifts to move through the energy of grief has allowed me to stay in a really positive perspective, knowing that I'm still connected to my loved ones, and being able to move forward in my life with a healed heart. And that's the most important thing. A lot of people, when they're grieving, their friends and family will be like, oh, when are you going to get over it? When are you going to move on? And they urge people to move forward. And it's not entirely wrong. We do move forward with our heart healed, intact, with our connection to our loved one. That's the healthiest space to be in. When people are told to move on from a death or a loss, it's nearly impossible to do this. And that's why humans suffer with the energy of grief inside their heart and lungs, because they know intuitively, how can I live my life without this person that I loved? How can I move forward when my heart has been broken? And it's not about moving forward without this person or putting that time period behind them. What it really is about integrating the love, the connection, the life, the moments, the cherished memories, the energy of the person that we loved. We integrate it into who we are as we move forward, and their spirit stays with us to encourage this journey forward, because there's other people waiting to connect with us in very powerful, very divine ways that we came here to experience. When I work with people in my #1 spiritual grief healing program, I help them to establish and maintain healthy connections with the loved ones that they lost. This enables them to heal their heart, invite new love into their life, and to continue living with joy and appreciation for every experience that they've had with the one that they lost, with themselves, even as they move through the grief process and as they move forward into a new energy and vibration of love. The main reason I get concerned about people that have been stuck in the energy of grief is because grief impacts your ability to breathe new life into your cells and into your lungs, and it prevents you from living a full life. Grief is necessary. We all experience grief. I have experienced so much grief myself, through loss of love, through loss of relationship, through my really beloved pets that have died, quite a few of them actually. Every time you experience this loss, you experience a separation of the physical exchange of love. And that's why it's so important to move into a higher realm and experience the spiritual reconnection with that same loved one. This is actually what helps you to heal your grief faster and allows you to continue living your life to the fullest in the most healthy, vibrant, and meaningful ways. There are many people that get stuck in the energy of grief and feel almost guilty about moving forward, many times feeling guilty for being happy when they're grieving, or questioning themselves if they become happy too soon after a very significant loss. And I want to encourage you, if this is you, to continue being happy, continue loving somebody new, continue moving forward with your life. There is nothing wrong with inviting new energy of love. There is nothing wrong with moving forward. Everything special that you experienced with your loved one is still a part of you and is part of your divine signature energetically as you move forward. Also, your loved one in heaven stands beside you and is helping you and encouraging you to make these new connections, to form special bonds with new people. They will help align you with people. They will bring special people into your life that they think you will enjoy or learn something from or teach something to. They really want to see you live the fullest, most happy life ever. So they never leave your side. They always encourage you to move forward. It's up to you to take those steps to move through the energetic cycles and patterns of grief so that you can free your body of the heaviness that most grief causes. After over 30 years of working as a medium and spiritual healer in the grief area, I see that my clients and the families that I work with do so well after moving through this energy and not being afraid to work it through and experience the spiritual healing around their grief and the enjoyment of reconnecting with their loved ones on the other side. The people that I have seen that don't go through the spiritual steps of healing their grief can actually live kind of a half life where they're afraid to love again, where they move through life with half a heart. They're afraid of the pain. They're still stuck in the moment of time from their suffering. They may actually still be stuck in shock or fight or flight if they lost a loved one tragically. All of these energies can be surrounding the grief and loss process, but they are not actually the grief. And I think it's important to identify that because those energies need to be healed separately from the grief so that the grief can leave the body. If you've lost a loved one or you feel like you're suffering from the energy of heartbreak and grief, be sure you reach out to me, contact me to set up a private session, or check out my #1 spiritual grief healing program, where I actually will work with you for 9 consecutive weeks to make sure that we clear all the energy surrounding your grief experience and helping you connect with your loved one in a really organic, authentic way for you so that you can move forward with a healed heart. It really helps my channel if you like my videos. So if you do, please give me a like down below. And if you know somebody who may be stuck in the energy of grief, who could use an uplifting message or would benefit from my services, please share this video with them. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I can't wait to see you in the next video.